Thank you everyone for joining us for one of our events of our Choose Love Month of Fun series happening all June in honor of Jessie Lewis and supporting the Choose Love movement. We're so excited for our Self-Care Sunday, their second one with Paula Nowak. And this will be happening every Sunday for the rest of June from 8 to 8:30 Eastern. And it's just, I'm really excited. Last Sunday, it helped me tremendously. Just kind of come to a place of calm. I was actually battling a headache. I was like out in the sun the whole day, just exhausted, and it gave me the energy I needed to go into the week. So I'm excited to start that way again. And I'm not sure, Scott, if you wanted to say a quick hello or anything before we join. I'll have Paula start, but excited to be here. And thank you all for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you, Paula. Michelle's here, some of our team, and just so happy to see everybody. Thank you so much for coming out in support of the Jessie Lewis Choose Love movement and just the tremendous things that we're doing in the world. We are providing no cost, lifespan, next generation, social and emotional character development. And you all are helping to provide that to every child, and not just every child, but every individual. So thank you so much. We're creating the world we want to live in. And Paula, I mean, my mind was just blown the last session. So I'm so excited for tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Scarlett. I brought my heart-shaped rock along here for tonight, and it reminded me of you. So thank you so much for inviting me back for week 2 of Self-Care Sundays. And it is such an honor and a privilege to be part of this month and to also be an ambassador for Choose Love. And I'm so happy to see a lot of Canadian friends here tonight as well. So just offer for you to just to come into this space. And tonight, go at your own pace, go with what feels great for you. Tonight is about well-being, and it's about focusing on your well-being. So much of our time is spent focusing on the well-being of others and caring for others. And tonight it's about you. It's about filling up your tank to feel good, and especially starting your week. So I invite you to begin by perhaps softening your gaze and closing your eyes. And if it's comfortable, placing one hand in the center of your chest on your sternum and one hand below your navel. And this is a beautiful calming pose. We're on the sea of tranquility, and then our bottom hand is on the sea of energy. So how cool is that? So as you come into this present moment of awareness, dropping in to arriving in this present moment, bringing awareness to your body, to your mind, to your heart, and just noticing what is present. And noticing with curiosity and abundance of compassion. Observing your tension level. So on a scale of 10 being high tension and 1 being low tension, feeling calm and relaxed in your body, where are you right now? And drawing awareness to your energy level. Is your energy wired right now? Maybe it's a little bit low right now, or is it just right in that optimum zone? So just noticing with awareness, with compassion. And bringing attention to your mood right now. Again, just with curiosity. Noticing, what is your mood like? And I invite you to draw awareness to the breath, noticing if you're breathing with effort or ease. And perhaps you would like to set an intention for your well-being practice tonight or for the week ahead. What do you most desire tonight and for the week ahead? And take a few moments to breathe that into your heart center. And imagine that you are a strong, healthy, and flexible tree. And you're standing in the most beautiful place in nature. Visualize that place right now. Just imagine the experience of rooting into this beautiful place, extending your roots through your feet into Mother Earth, connecting with Mother Earth and letting the earth support you and nurture you and ground you in this moment. Allow your roots to be nourished and gathering nourishment from the soil, the rocks, the crystals, the water, the life force of Mother Earth. And allowing the length of your body to be your trunk, allowing it to be upright, lengthening, strong, flexible, and yet able to sway in the wind. And visualize some sap floating through your tree, moving through this beautiful force of energy. And just imagine that your head is reaching up and that there's branches on your trees, and perhaps even allowing your branches to reach up for a moment. And just to absorb the beautiful energy. Perhaps the sun is shining where you are, and imagine that beautiful energy being absorbed into your branches. Feeling the sun's rays, the warmth of the sun, the gentle breeze, and scooping up all of that beautiful energy. Allowing yourself to be grounded in this moment in time, present in this moment. And deepening the breath, allowing the breath to come down into the abdomen. And perhaps doing a longer exhale than an inhale. Allowing the abdomen to rise on the inhale and to release and let go on the exhale. And long, slow exhales are a great way to calm our nervous system, to really encourage that rest and digest response. So a few more deep breaths as you relax and ground in this beautiful moment. And slowly giving a little bit of a wiggle and jiggle to your body, to your fingers, to your feet, breathing a little deeper. And when it's comfortable, perhaps opening your eyes and coming into this present space, just noticing who's here and what's here today. And we're going to begin with a few balancing exercises, and then we're going to end with very calming exercises. So begin by placing one finger above and below your lip, and it doesn't matter which one. Our other hand is over our navel. And we're just going to switch on here, switching on from top to bottom, bottom to top. You can rub it across or massage it, whatever feels best. And I invite you to continue to focus on the breath throughout our practice tonight. We're going to do breath, movements, and intention. And if it's comfortable, raising your eyes. Some of you are outside, so raising your eyes up to the sky and down to the earth. And if you're not outside, envisioning that. And where I am in Ontario, it's getting close to sunset time. So then we're going to switch our other finger above, our other hands above and below our lip, our other hand at our navel. These are very calming points. These are also switching on points and really helping us switch on from top to bottom, bottom to top. Continuing to breathe. And then we're going to take one hand and place it just below the collarbone. There's a little bit of a dip at below the collarbone, just outside the sternum. So one hand there, our other hand over our navel. And this time we're at the end of the kidney meridian. And I invite you with this one, again, to continue to focus on the breath, to also allow your eyes to move from left to right and right to left through the midline. Ah, yes. Scarlett's asked a question here. So it does lots of different things. Well, one of the things it does is actually helps to relax us. Moving the eyes also we're going through the midline. So that's also helping our left and right brain hook up with our body as well. And this one is a really important one if there's any teachers in the crowd, for helping kids with their reading and with their writing. And we all do some reading throughout the day and writing. And I can't remember if I switched hands, so switch hands. And the great thing is if I do a little extra, that's just a little extra. So having your eyes look through the midline, and you can also have your eyes look up, from one corner of the room to the other, or if you're outside, just looking across, looking at different levels. And activating the eyes, but also activating the kidney meridian here, the end of the kidney meridian. All right, we're going to do one more switch. So that switched us on from left to right, which is really super important as we do so much work in the midline. The last one we're going to do is place one hand on our belly, our other hand just at our tailbone. And we're just going to rub basically tailbone up to the waist. And it doesn't matter how you do it. If you have any soreness in your back, protect yourself there. And this one's switching us on from back to front, front to back. And, often we look in a rear view mirror when we're driving. Since I don't have a rear view mirror here, I'm going to invite you to look off in the distance and then to look up close. And this is a really important thing to do, especially if you've been on the computer a lot, is to take some time to look off in the distance and look up close. And then switching hands, looking off into the distance if that's comfortable, and looking up close. All right. And if you have water, I invite you to have a sip of water, and perhaps next week, bring a glass of water with you because you may get a little bit thirsty. We're going to do a cross shoulder pull. So everything today I'm going to do seated, and we're going to do this cross lateral action where we do a little bit of a squeeze on our shoulder and down to our hip. Now I have a microphone, so I'm being a little cautious through the midline here and over to our other hip. So whatever feels good. A little rub on the shoulder and down. We're getting a cross lateral action as we're seated here. And this is a great one you can do at your computer. I'll just do a couple of more. Beautiful. And we're going through some calming points through here and through the chest area. Now I invite you, it may be a little bit more challenging. I don't have a back on my chair, but for those of you that have a back on your chair, you may want to come a little bit forward on your chair. And we're going to just do a little bit of a circle. So I have my sitting bones right on the chair, and I'm just doing a little bit of a circle. So if you're on the ground, this is often easier to do cross-legged. And as you go to the front, you're going to extend and inhale. As you go to the back, you're going to dome and exhale. And you can go even slower than I'm going. So just slowing it down, extending and inhaling and exhaling as you dome your spine. And then coming to the center, and then we'll go in the other direction. So exhaling in the back. And making this really organic, maybe allowing your shoulders, your arms, your hands. It's not a perfect circle. We're just working with the spine, flexing and extending the spine, relaxing our body, continuing to breathe. So great to see so many people outside. And then coming back to the center. Ah, yes, definitely you'd feel that one in your hips. Thanks for sharing that. And bringing your hands out to the side, I'm going to invite you to float your hands up. Now, a lot of times we just yank our hands up. I'm going to invite you to float your hands up and notice the difference. And if you are outside, you are so blessed with that beautiful energy of the earth. And then when you get up to the top, I'm actually just going to have you just stretch a little bit. I'm just going to show you my hands. So stretching is beautiful for our body. It's so helpful to open up the flow of energy, just stretching up a little bit, and then opening up your hands. My hands are open just for a moment. And if it's comfortable looking up, only if that's okay for your neck, and just looking up, and oh, I can just imagine a big blue sky out there. And then taking your hands, palms down, we're going to float our hands down very slowly. You may feel some beautiful energy there flowing. Then we'll come back and we'll do that one more time. Palms up. Oh, yes. And if you're earthing with bare feet, oh, I'm so jealous. Yeah, I can tell. Bare feet. Coming up and doing a little bit of stretch. Nothing is better than earthing. Having our bare feet on the grass, soil, sandy beach. Beautiful. And then bringing our hands down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And there. So let's just take our hands and actually let's just shake them fairly gently. We're just going to shake, 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 and then a little bit of a drop. Now be careful if you have a chair there. So a little bit of a shake, 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 and drop. And then this time, let's just do a flick. Let's just do a gentle flick out. Just to release a little bit. Beautiful. All right, last week we did a little bit of something with our ears. We're going to do a little something different, but we're going to start by doing a check-in. So thumb out in front of you. And what we're going to do is reach back and notice how far we can reach back without moving our hips, and put a little invisible dot wherever you are. And then come back to center, and then the other side. Thumb out. And then notice how far you go back, put an invisible dot there. And I noticed my one side was significantly more flexible than the other. So let's see if we can work with a little bit of flexible. Ah, further than last week. That's good. You've been rubbing your ears, haven't you? You've been massaging. All right. So I'm going to invite you to take one hand onto your opposite shoulder, and we're going to press down fairly firmly that's comfortable on the top here. And then have your chin face that shoulder. So we're going to take an inhale and then pressing down. Now let's do something, because I think there might be somebody here that's a little younger. We're going to make a hooting sound. All right. Will you join me? I can't hear you, so I'm going to assume you're hooting with me. So taking inhale, pressing down, and we're going to hoot over to the other shoulder with our chin. Hoo, over to the other shoulder. Hoo. And now let's just give it a little rest on our shoulder. And then we're going to press again. We're going to breathe in, press down, and we're going to hoot back to our other shoulder. Hoo. Let's release that again. Now we're going to go back a little bit further. We're going to go a little bit behind here, pressing down as deeply that feels comfortable for you. Take a breath in, and let's do another owl hoot here. Hoo. See, I can't hear you, so this is kind of fun. Here we go. Let's do one more. Take an inhale, and then hoo. And there's something about doing sounds that are also really helpful for releasing. Let's go to the opposite shoulder now. So pressing down at the top, and I'll make a different hoo sound. So whatever you feel like. So taking a breath in, pressing down, hoo. And then releasing for a moment, pressing down, and let's go back. Hoot. I almost feel like it's Halloween time here. Okay, take a breath in and hoot. And one more, take a breath in. Hoot. All right, let's see if that was enough to do any shifts. Just kind of notice, maybe bring your shoulders up and down a little bit, just kind of notice. Now, here we do it. Check in. And bringing your thumb back and just noticing, coming back to center, bringing your thumb out, going back. Whoa, what a difference on me. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you went further. Okay, if you went further. Oh, I see several thumbs up. If you didn't go further, let's do a really quick massage of our ears. So we'll do this really quick. I'm just throwing this in here. So we're going to massage our ears, pull out our ears. Mine are already getting red. We're just going to do this really super quick tonight. So just massaging, pulling them out. We're working with acupressure points. We're doing a lot of stimulation here. So this can be very stimulating. So just so you know that. All right. Now let's take our thumb out and then just notice, did you go any further on that one? And then on the other hand, woza. Okay. If you went further on that one, give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Yeah. Like, is that not worth it for like 30 seconds of fun there? That was awesome. All right. That's enough That's it. We're done. We did a great job tonight. No, you're amazing. I love it. Okay, so now that I've got you all revved up and stimulated, I don't want to leave you that way. This is all about calming our body down, calming our nervous system down. And we know that when we calm our nervous system down, we can show up differently in the world. Yeah, it does create balance for both sides, rubbing our ears like that. I talked about that last week. We'll do this again next week. So when we can calm our nervous system, get into that parasympathetic response when we need to calm down, have the sympathetic get us activated. It's really important, though, that we can bring balance to our nervous system so that we can show up in the world the way we want to show up. And really what we want to do is show up in balance. And I will view the world differently if I'm feeling good in my body. So when I was a child, I lived in a very chaotic home environment. My dad was an alcoholic. My mom suffered with bipolar mental illness. What saved me was movement, and movement outside made all of the difference. So my whole life, I've just wanted to know how to feel good today. That was my mantra. And when I went into teaching, that's what I wanted to do, was help others to feel good. And now I get to move back to my love, which is movement again. So the next little bit, we may go a few minutes over, so I apologize. So let's begin with a few calming movements, because I again want to bring balance to our nervous system. So during this time, you can close your eyes, lay down, whatever you feel like doing. So I'm going to invite you to place one hand very lightly over your forehead. And last week, I talked about these emotional stress release points. We're going to use them again for the next 2 weeks, so you'll learn more about them. Placing your other hand in your heart center. This is the sea of tranquility. Ah, violet. Yes, it does look beautiful. So just if you'd like to close your eyes, you're welcome. If you want to keep your eyes open, whatever feels best. And I'm going to take this little thing off my computer so I can see everyone. Okay, beautiful. And we're going to pause here for 3 breaths. Just breathing in and breathing out. Now, Stephen Porges, the fellow that has done the polyvagal theory, talks a lot about, social engagement. And that's a really critical piece to the well-being of our children and the well-being of us. And one strategy he suggests in terms of calming our body, which we have learned in many modalities, including yoga, is a long, slow exhale. So breathing out is a beautiful way of, just calming our body, impacts the vagal nerve. So we're going to just breathe slowly here. And then I'm going to invite you to place your hand that's on your heart, on the back of your head, or your occipital bone. There's nothing exact that I do. That's why I became a teacher, so I could learn all day long and make mistakes all day long. So this is all about playing. So I was really good at playing and breathing in and breathing out. And I invite you to hold your hands lightly, like it's a butterfly touch. And touching the head, last week I talked about these neurovascular points, calms your body, holding lightly. Long, slow exhales. Now, we're going to do a teeny little bit of work here. You can do this with your eyes closed. And we're going to keep our hand at the back of our head. Our other hand, we're just going to tap at the top of our head, going across the midline. No exactness here, tapping on the head brain. Then we're going to tap on our sternum for our heart brain. And then we're going to tap below our navel for our gut brain. And if you choose to close your eyes, I'll continue to guide you here. Now we're going to place our next hand. It's just going to be above that last hand. So we're covering our whole head here. And then let's just place our other hand on our forehead just for a moment, just for one breath. This is a beautiful calming point, the emotional stress release points on our forehead. And tapping again on top of our head brain, tapping on our sternum for our heart brain, which is so powerful. We can feel it across the distance here. And then tapping below our navel on our gut brain, our place of intuition. And then taking our bottom hand and just meeting it and just placing that on top. Placing our other hand on our forehead just for breath. Calm, beautiful point, holding lightly. And then we're going to tap on top of our head for a breath. Tapping on our sternum for a breath. And we can do this longer. I'm just going to go a little faster tonight. You can do this for 2 or 3 or 4 breaths. And then below our navel for a breath. Then we're going to bring our bottom hand, place it in front of the other one. And then let's just place our other hand in front. We're holding lightly. These are calming points all over our head. Breathing into it. And then just tapping on our head. Allowing a long, slow exhale. Calming our nervous system. Tapping on our heart center. Connecting with the wisdom of our heart. And then tapping below the navel in the sea of energy to our gut brain. And then we're going to place this one hand on front of our head, and then we're just going to tap on top again. So we've covered a lot of our head here. And then we're going to tap on our sternum, continuing to breathe. I'm noticing the time, so I'm speeding up. So I want to slow down for a moment here. Slowing down. And then below our navel, tapping below our navel. The teacher in me likes to talk too much, so I'm going to slow down the talking here. And then my hands are just above my ears, and I'm making my hands big and light. I'm covering lots of real estate here. So we've almost covered our whole head, holding lightly. Just imagine light, beautiful, nurturing touch. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of tingling in your fingers. We've been bringing our prefrontal cortex back online here if it's been a little bit stressed, and then bringing our hands down to our heart center. So I actually had a couple more things. I'm going to end with a meditation though. So just before the meditation, I like to do another calming, one of my favorites. A couple years, 3 years ago, I had a head injury, and this one I find really helpful for just coming back into balance. If I get a headache, this is the first thing I do. So I always like to share this with people. It's very calming to the nervous system. So you're going to take your fingers and actually just place them on the upper edge of your belly button. If you press in, sometimes you have to go to the washroom. So pressing on the upper edge of your belly button, then your other fingers in between your brows. And this is a very calming point. This is a balancing point and an emotional balancing point. So if you just notice, I'm holding lightly and I'm gently pulling up. And I'm just gently pulling up here at my navel. So I invite you to close your eyes for a moment. And this is something you can do, you know, when you're laying in bed in the morning or at night before you go to sleep, to bring some balance and calm to your nervous system. Holding lightly, allowing the breath to guide you into this present moment. And then we're going to do one last thing. So you can hold that for, you know, up to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever feels good. And that one has really helped me. I used to get migraines, and that one has really helped me to actually not get a migraine, because it just kind of helps to bring balance to the system. So a little thing for your toolkit for well-being. So this last one we're going to do is, this is a heart-to-heart connection. So the heart meridian is basically under the armpit to the baby pinky finger. So we're going to do a heart-to-heart connection. So I'm going to invite you to place your hands underneath your armpits. Oh, you felt that in your brain. Yeah, yeah. It's so amazing, so calming, so beautiful for the body. Very calming to the body. So I'm going to invite you. Oh, good. Beautiful. Yes, Jan, try that out. And please let me know if you have found that to be helpful. So we are connecting with the heart meridian, the beginning and the end. Our thumbs are actually at the beginning of the lung meridian. And I am inviting you, if it's comfortable, to cross your ankles. So we're creating a bit of a figure 8 here, holding lightly. So not a lot of pressure here. And I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And I just have a little meditation to end our evening together. So again, coming back into the breath, and perhaps even dropping into your heart center. The great thing is, yes, it's great for insomnia. Really beautiful. Use it. You can utilize that throughout the day, anytime. And so in the middle of our chest here is our heart center, and we're crossing right through it. So we're really doing a big heart connect here, a heart hookup. So as you drop into your heart center and you feel the beating perhaps of your heart and your breath, let's drop into the breath. Our breath has this incredible ability to anchor us into this present moment if we become aware of it. And last week I talked about, there's really, for me, 3 aspects of well-being. It's awareness, balance, and connection. So we've been doing awareness tonight. We've been balancing ourselves, connecting to ourselves, mind, body, heart, spirit, and connecting to each other. So now let's connect our heart, connect our heart space. And one of my favorite places is to be in nature. So I invite you to go to one of your absolute favorite places in nature, a place that brings you joy and peace, and you just feel great in this place. You feel that sense of safety, belonging, connection, awareness. And just even imagining this place, you start to feel more balance in your body and your mind. And as you visualize this place, what do you see? Breathe into what you see. What do you hear? Breathe into the sounds around you in this place. What are the scents and the smells of this place? Breathe it in. Noticing the textures. Perhaps you have bare feet in this favorite place. And allowing your body to relax, to calm, to come into balance. Allowing your body, mind, and heart to tap into your inner wisdom. In this beautiful place in nature. And notice, how do you feel? How do you feel in your heart, your body, your mind? And know that at any time during the day, the night, you can come back to this beautiful place of peace and calm and nurturing and nourishing, to come back to your place of wisdom and intuition. And allowing your breath to deepen. bringing more awareness into your body. And slowly uncrossing your hands and uncrossing your ankles and bringing your fingertips together and placing your thumb in your heart center. And as you recall this place, bring it forward this week. Taking a few moments to notice now. Earlier, we checked in to notice our tension level. Where is your tension level now? High or low? Noticing your mood. Has that shifted? And what about your energy? Tired, wired, or just right? And pressing your hands down on your heart very gently. And I'm so happy that you're able to join all of us to connect together for well-being practice. And may your week flow with an abundance of love, courage, gratitude, forgiveness, compassion, and action. And may you choose love. Have the best week. Ah, yes. And thank you for choosing love from Scarlett.